Hey Raybabies, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Miss Symone Ray. So please like, comment, and subscribe if you want to. Join the family, girl. It's nothing but love, caring, and good vibes over this way. Today we're going to be talking about community college. I'll just be giving you guys some of the pros, some of the cons, and just my overall experience going to a community college. So if you want to hang around, watch this video, just keep on watching. So I'm going to start off by just telling you guys my original plan that I wanted to do while I was in high school or after high school. So I graduated back in 2015, like just so long ago. It really feels like forever. 5 years, girl. Go by so fast. But I graduated back in 2015, and then my plan was to graduate school, go to the military reserves, and go to Fayetteville State University. So I had already joined the military. I had swore in and everything, and I got my assignment, I got my leave date, I got my basic duty, basic training date, all that good jazz. And then I already got accepted into Fayetteville State University. The military was going to help me pay for school. I mean, if you're familiar with that thing, you know the jazz. So I got all that ready to go. And girl, 2 weeks before my birthday, I found out I was pregnant. Yes, pregnant. But it was cool. It was cool. I mean, I'm really happy that I had my baby, y'all. Like, I'm so happy. I wouldn't change a thing with neither of my girls. Neither. I love them to death. I am so glad God put those girls in my life. But anyway, so all that happened, so I had to reroute, rethink some things, start back at board A, and just, I still wanted to just do my dreams, like, you know, pursue my dreams and things of that nature. And I did that. So I was like, well, I still want to go to school, so now what do? Girl, community college came in clutch. It came in clutch. Well, I gotta make sure I'm good. Came in clutch, y'all. So basically, when I had my daughter, I worked throughout my pregnancy first. So I worked throughout my pregnancy, and then I had my baby, and then I guess what you can say, I took a year off. I did that. So I had my baby, and after her, I think I started South Piedmont Community College in 2016, I believe, in the August, and I went for 3 years. So what I wish I would have did, just took more classes, but you'll see why I didn't take more classes as we go on. But anyway, so it took me 3 years to complete that. Community college just gives you so much more free time, free space to do the things that you want to do or that you have to do. And I was so grateful for that. And basically, I say all that to say, you know, one thing is that if anything I want you to take from this video is that your experience in whatever you're doing is what you make of it. So basically, you can go from high school, community college, university, anything. That experience is what you make it, you know? So what I did, I'm the type of person that, like, especially when it comes down to school, I'm the type of person is I like to be involved. I like to get to know people. I like to just, you know, have a good time and just have fun wherever I am. So while taking classes at South Piedmont, I was also a part of clubs. I was a part of SGA, which is known as the Student Government Association. I was the president of NSLS. Like, I just had so much fun. I guess you guys can see that I had videos on my channel from our conferences. Like, I just had so much fun. I miss them so much. So if you ever met me at a conference, girl, I miss you. I miss you. I miss you. Oh, and I also did 2 intern positions while I was at South Piedmont as well. And all that, while I'm doing all that, I'm still a mom. So like, I'm everywhere, but I function that way. Sad to say, but I function that way, and I just like to have fun wherever I am. Moving on, so the next thing I wanted to talk about was my classes, how I did that. Typically, I took 2 to 3 classes every semester. That's why I say I wish I could have just took more so I can get done within that 2-year mark. I wish I would have did maybe 4, at least 4, but I didn't want to overload myself with classes when I had time to complete it. That's a good thing about community college. You have a time frame. You definitely want to put yourself on a time frame, but you have time. So definitely, if you want to work, if you want to do anything of that nature, if you have children, you know, or if you have things that like that's a big priority, definitely, you know, community college is the way to go. I took online classes for the first time. Girl, my first online class was psychology, I believe. Yeah, psychology, and I was scared. I had never took no online class. I was always,
I'm an in-class girl. I'm an in-class girl. I'm not going to take no online class. I'm not going to take no online class.
Girl, yes you did. Your whole major now is online. Girl, online class. If you can take an online class, definitely go for it. Do it, girl. Do it. Just take your notes like you're in class. Be serious. Hold yourself accountable. Take the online class. I also took classes in the summer, and I enjoyed it. I always was in school. I always was in school. Always doing something, and years was just passing by. And after that, I mean, I was like, wow, I'm about to graduate. Like, it's all over almost. So, and that's my, I guess, you know, another point I have here is just start with the end goal in mind. Like, I knew with my community college experience, I knew I was like, you know, this is gonna help me get to where I need to go. So I still want to have something under my belt. So when I graduated with my associate's degree. So when I graduated with my bachelor's, I have 2 degrees. So I just, I love that for me. I love that for me. Because, girl, I really want my master's and my doctorates. But we gonna pray about them too. We gonna pray about that, most definitely. So the next thing that I want to talk about is the pros and cons of community college. Some pros that I have is, the first one is saving money on tuition, books, girl, online, all that. I saved so much money when going to community college, you guys. Like, people used to on community college, like, for real. What if I could go back and, you know, just if I could go back and was planning school, I would have studied the same way. Just because you save so much money. Imagine being 18 years old and going 3, 4, 5 hours away to a college or university that you know nothing about. Like, although I know it's students that do that and they get through it. Like, girl, I give you your props. You did that. But you know how scared, girl, me, I'm talking for myself. Girl, I would have been scared. Like, I would have been scared. Even going 2 hours away, just doing all this stuff on your own, just doing everything on your own, being in a, I would be scared to death. So, but a community college just gives you that sense of maturity. It just maturity. It just gives you that sense of, you know, I'm still doing what I gotta do, but I'm still close to home, but I'm not, you know, and you can still move out if you want to and still go to community college and still do your own thing. It's just like things ain't gotta move as fast as you think they have to, you know. So saving money on tuition, books, things of that nature was definitely a huge pro. If you are trying to count your pennies, girl, but you still want to go to school, community college, and then, if I'm not mistaken, like the 2 first years of a university is basically those basic classes anyway, although they might sprinkle some of your classes on it from your major in your first 2 years. But if you can go to a community college, like, to save money, like, if you want to save money, go to a community college. That's just it. Another thing that I have on here as a pro is usually the community colleges in your area is local or is like really close. Like where I live, like we have, technically it's one big community college, but it's broken down into 3 like different locations. Well, actually 4. But you just have, it's local. Like I was 20 minutes away from school, so I could go to work, I could do everything I need to do. Like class was right there. It was just that, period. It was close. So if you don't want to go way off either, community colleges, excuse me, Lord have mercy, might be for you. Another thing, another pro that I found helpful was that I graduated in 2 years. Well, 3, but you know, I had a lot going on. But if you follow your plan, and I'm going to that, if you follow your plan, typically you're going to graduate in 2 years. You'll be done with it, and then you can be a transfer student, and you can still transfer to that university that you want to go to. I think of it as like think of it as the transition, I guess you can say, from high school to university. If you want to leave high school, of course, but you just don't quite yet want to go to a university because it's too big or however, whatever, girl, community college will be right there in the middle waiting for you and your associate's degree. That way, Lord forbid, if something were to happen to you, I think one of my counselors told me that. She said, you know, when you go to a university, you done spent 2 years in a university. What if you get hit by a bus, Lord forbid, and you can't go to school no more, and your 2 years go down the drain? Not at no community college, baby, because in 2 years you would have been graduated. So it's just, you have to find like what's right for you. You really have to find what's right for you. And I feel like I just,
you could do so,
people, like I was saying, people used to just say things about community colleges and not make them legit, and just make people feel like, you know, since they went to a community college, they're less. Like, no, none of that. Like, don't believe it. No, you went to school, you got your degree, and if you want to stop there, then that's perfectly fine. You can stop there. At the end of the day, girl, you got your degree and you did that. Okay. All right. I think that's all the pros I had for now, and I just had 2 little cons on here. The only cons I could think about is there are no dorms. So basically, you can't stay on campus. If you go to community college, then girl, that's just it. You're gonna have to have your own transportation to and from, and that's something to think about. Another one is no parties. Like, there's no big parties, nothing like that. Unless you go to like other school parties, you can do that. But girl, we ain't having no party. We can meet you in the student center. My SGA people, I know y'all felt that. We can meet you in the student center, baby. That's it. That's all we can do. And not to say like you won't have the college life. I mean, it's definitely some takeaways. Like, you're not gonna be doing everything the typical university student may be doing, but it's definitely like, it's scaled down by a lot. Now, that's why I'm saying you can join these different clubs, you can get into these different things, debates, however, whenever, and girl, do your thing like that. You feel me? Like, get into some other stuff so it can make up for the cons. That makes sense? I hope so. So the last little bit of advice that I want to give you guys, or some just tips, the first thing is to talk to a counselor. And it doesn't really have to be a counselor. You can talk to an advisor. I think those are 2 different things. I think, yeah, because your advisor, well, for me, I think my advisor used to be at the top of my, I forget what they call it, but it's a paper that we had that showed us our grades, not a transcript, our grades, what classes we need to take to finish by a certain time, all that good stuff. And it was a lady at the top of mine, and she was my advisor. Or you can talk to the school counselor. You can talk to anybody, your instructor. Just talk to somebody and ask them questions, and then they can most likely lead you into the right direction. But you need to make sure you're talking to someone, building that relationship, and, you know, holding yourself accountable so you can finish on time, or, you know, by the time that you want to finish. My next tip is to go to class. It was one class I went in, and I ate in that class every single day. Every single day. He ain't never say a word. He ain't say a word. But not only just go to class, like, participate. And this might be the teacher coming out of me, but you will just feel so much better, and like, you have so much more fun when you actually participate. Even if you don't want to be there, raise your hand. Raise your hand, teacher calling you, and just say something. You can say the wrong answer, but your instructor is going to be so excited that you even raised your hand and said anything, because you just participated, and that's all they want to see. So go to class, get there on time, participate, turn in your assignments, on time. Please, girls, please turn that, especially if you're doing online class. Turn your assignments in. Hold yourself accountable. And like, class gonna be easy breezy, beautiful. Cover girl, okay? Whew, I'm going on a tangent. Let me keep going. And the last thing I'll say is keep up with any debt, payments, or anything like that. Make sure you know how much money you got on your account, or how much money you need on, to pay them for your books, tuition, things of that nature. Girl, apply for scholarships. Do that. Like community college, I'm telling you, community college is such a gem. People mistaking it all the time as, like I was saying earlier, oh, you just don't want. No, girl, use it to your advantage. Talk to all the instructors. Talk to whoever you need to talk to. Get into the clubs. Have fun. Do you. Okay? Alright guys, so that is all I have for today's video. If you like this type of content, just let me know. If you have any questions about my community college experience, or if I didn't touch on anything and you want to know, just leave it down in the comment section and I will reply to you. And don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, girl. Because if you ain't no Ray baby, then what you doing? What you doing? Period.